Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I want to talk about how vulnerability and being really true and honest and not afraid to show who you really are is becoming more and more apparent on this journey. And I want to share a story of how I receive messages. I mean, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably will know that with my beloved, I have to read between the lines when he talks to me directly. And I feel that this is becoming less and less because he is becoming more and more direct. But there's still some aspects of reading between the lines there. But one way that we definitely are able to communicate clearly is through telepathy. And the way that he's been able to do this is not just sending me telepathic messages and knowledge, but he also talks through other people and has been doing that in my life for quite a while. And the reason why I know this is because when we do talk personally and directly to each other, physically, is that I do get confirmations of these things, even though he's not able to fully express them at the moment, but he is progressing towards that. So I went and had breakfast with my friend, who I haven't seen for a little while. She's not been in the best places. Well, because she's been, quite sad and suffering from anxiety. And she admitted to me that she couldn't see me because she felt that we had a sacred space of amazing vibration and connection together. And she didn't want to taint that with her negativity and depression. This is why for a good amount of months we haven't been able to properly connect. And it was very brave of her to share that with me. Initially, she was very hesitant, but it took me revealing something very personal, very painful, and very vulnerable to her, for her in turn to open up that to me and say that she has actively been hiding because she didn't want to taint our beautiful connection and the sacred space that we did create when she was feeling her best. And isn't that just the way that it is on this journey, on the twin flame path? It's amazing how I receive messages through people, and it's exactly what explains is going on with the counterparts, They often don't communicate because they don't want to tarnish your special connection, your sacred space. And when they have spoken out of turn or said something stupid, it haunts them forever. Like it did with my friend. She said that she felt bad, that when she did see me initially after coming back after so many months, that she couldn't connect with me. She felt that she was in such a low space that she couldn't trust herself to connect with me. And of course, I said to her, that's utter nonsense. I accept you no matter what state you are. I'm not going to disown you as a friend just because you can't be high vibrational. And that's one thing I've really grown to accept on this journey, is embrace all of your emotions. For a very long time, I've been all about, let's keep the vibrations as high as possible to get aligned as much as possible. But what I've realized now is that we are being given every emotion for a reason. What the important thing is to accept those emotions and work with them, but also to release them as soon as we have worked with them. There's a difference between being angry and letting it go and accepting that that's part of what's needing to be done, but being able to just feel it intensely, but then release it as soon as it's done its job, or being angry and holding on and growing resentment and holding grudges. There's a massive difference there. And I will admit, for a very long time, I've been an energetic snob, and I would think I was too good for certain emotions, in the sense that, oh, this person hurt me, well, they don't deserve my tears, I'm not going to cry. But that's not how you should live your life, and that's not an authentic way of growing and being who you really are, and growing to be more of who you really are. But just learning to accept it and allowing yourself to be angry, but then releasing it, is the best way I've found to just elevate yourself even more. And no matter what the emotion, if you're sad, you're sad. If you're happy, you're happy. But feel the emotion, and then if they don't resonate with you anymore, they don't feel good, allow them to dissipate. I don't like to present myself as a person that has gone through difficulty. But this morning when I was having breakfast with my friend, something in me just said it. It was my intuition just said, share something really, really personal. And although we've been friends for a long time now, a few years, and we do know a lot about each other, there were certain things I wasn't prepared to share yet because they were horrific. But I thought something within me said, you know what? She needs to hear this. She needs to see that you are not Superwoman. That although you have a business that predominantly helps other people to elevate and be more of who they are, and you're guiding people through their spiritual journeys, you are still not Superwoman, and you have issues that you've had to deal with, that you've dealt with, that were difficult and painful and scary and heartbreaking. But she will know that if you share this with her, that she'll be okay. If you can do it, then she can do it, and it's totally fine. So I shared that with her, and it was initially uncomfortable for me. But then, as the conversation progressed, she actually admitted to me the fact that she didn't feel safe to reconnect when she was weak was because she didn't want to taint our special connection. And I said to her, look, our connection has evolved. We still have that sacred special place. We will always have that place. But if we're going to feel bad or sad or down or angry, all of what I consider to be the negative emotions that I was hiding from initially, we can have them too. It doesn't mean that our sacred space will be destroyed or tainted or changed in any way. It is still there. But rather than just seeing the color purple on the rainbow spectrum, we can incorporate all the colors. And that's when we know we've truly expanded and been vulnerable and true, honest with each other. And I feel that this conversation with her definitely shifted something within both of us, and within both of our personal spiritual journeys, away from each other as well as individuals, and with our significant person. Something in me said, this is also a message from your beloved, and something in me decided to share this with you, because whoever this resonates with, this is also a message from your beloved. And I feel that we've broken through a barrier, and that now we can be vulnerable. So I'm expecting the next time I speak to my person, that he will be vulnerable and not afraid to express really who he truly is. Because there's so much more than what meets the eye. People may depict their lives as good and almost perfect in a way. But there is always some sort of pain or trauma or hidden difficulty that we don't know about. But the more we can share, not to feel self-pity, but just to be vulnerable and open and honest, the more we will bond and the closer we will become and less afraid we will be to truly express who we are. And now that I've reached this stage with my friend, I'm also energetically feeling that my beloved is ready to open up to me in that way too. And I'm ready to do that with him as well. I have started, but I guess as the situation with my friend showed, I had to take the lead. I don't mean to portray myself in a way that made her feel like my life was actually perfect, because it's far from it, obviously. Nobody's life is perfect. But she just felt alone in being an emotional mess. And of course, I'm no longer in that stage I was years ago. And I did say to her, if I can pull through the horrific stuff that I've been through and the emotional torment that I've had to deal with in order to get myself to this place, I know you can do it, and I'm here to help you. I don't want to just see you when you're feeling good. I want to see you all the time, no matter what. There's no condition on me seeing you. And you don't have to be ashamed of being seen in your vulnerable state. But through sharing a bit of vulnerability first, they are able to open up. No more mind games, no more playing facades, nothing. Just truth, openness, and vulnerability. I thought I would share that in case it helps any of you. And if you'd like to connect with me and have a reading, healing, channeled or love letter, meditation or coaching session, then all the details are in the description. I thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.